I'm here as hundreds of Cuban Americans take to the streets to protest the communist regime.
We're expressing our discontent by the Cuban American community with regards to this sort of negotiation that has started between the Tampa government and the Cuban regime.
Cuban Americans from all over Florida have gathered in response to a visit earlier this month made by the Cuban ambassador to Tampa.
You know, for what that meeting meant, it was reprehensible, and it just completely disregards our country's foreign policy.
This meeting sparked outrage amongst local Cuban exiles who escaped the country for freedom in America.
As someone who was born in Cuba and coming from as a political prisoner myself with my father, it was hard. This has been an ongoing issue, and I think Cubans are tired of it. In Cuba right now, we're waiting food lines. No one has electricity. It's hot. If it's hot here, imagine how it is down south.
Cuba has had a communist political system since 1959. For the past 64 years, Cubans have been under exile. That's why protests like this one mean so much to the community.
There's no room for negotiations with a communist regime. There's no room for, a even remote idea of having a Cuban consulate in Tampa, which is essentially what the negotiation was all about. Supporting the people of Tampa, we're supporting the Cuban people that have been oppressed for over 64 years, and we're here making our voices count.
The asks of today's protest are for city officials that met with the Cuban ambassador to resign. In Tampa, Leali Shelebi reporting for Tampa Bay Now News.